This is Hayden Limond from SHC TV, and today I'm very lucky to be joined over Zoom by Tyler Simpson, ahead of his fight in the Willie Limond Joe Law's Undercard at the Emirates Arena in Glasgow. So yeah, mate, like I say, how have you been?
Aye, mate, been good, just grafting away, ready for this fight with yourself.
I've not been too bad, mate. So yeah, what I wanted to sort of start with is, how did you first get into boxing? What's your sort of story on how you got started?
Well, I used to play football, so I was a goalkeeper for about 7 years. And one day I got bored there. I was sick of standing in the rain, freezing. So I was like, you know what, I want to try something new. And I used to love fighting at school and stuff. So I just kind of got into the boxing gym, and that's how it started for me. Went to one of my local clubs and just took off for there. Just took to it naturally.
Okay, so then obviously, getting into boxing and then becoming an amateur fighter. How sort of was your amateur career? How did you sort of find that? What accolades did you achieve? How was your amateur career?
So my amateur career it started off a bit rocky, so I lost my first fight and stuff like that. But I came back into it and I won a few Western District titles, a few Scottish titles. I was on the elite boxing squad for Scotland, boxed internationally for Scotland. My last fight was actually with Scotland as well, and then after that I was like, I'm ready for the pro game. So I had a good amateur career, a good number of fights. But it just the pro game was for me. I've always wanted to be a professional boxer, and I wanted to start my craft early.
So then obviously, you turned over last year and so far you've had two fights, both winning them by unanimous decision. How did you sort of find turning over from the amateurs to the pros?
So I feel like I've always had a bit of a professional style compared to the amateur style. I like to sit back and take my time there and get my punches flowing. You know what I mean? I'm a long rangey fighter, and I just love using those attributes. So I like taking my time there. So I just found it quite natural to progress into it. But my first fight and my second fight, there was a big, huge difference. So I found it natural. But when being Willie Limond is he's my coach, so he's able to take me to different heights, and he's just transformed me into a completely different fighter. And I can't wait to show that on April 12th.
100%, mate. So obviously, onto that, your upcoming fight in Glasgow, massive night of boxing, stacked top to bottom with Scottish talent and obviously main evented by Willie Limond and Joe Laws. How did that fight sort of come about, and how long have you sort of known about it for?
So that fight came about when that got announced with Willie and Joe. I was like, I need on this card. So Willie fought Ricky Burns in September, and I just missed that fight. Because I only had one fight at a time, and I was getting out at the end of the month, so I missed that card. So I was like that to my manager, Ian Wilson. I want on this, and I'll do it. And it takes to get on this, I'll fight whoever. And we just got there in the end. So I've known about this for maybe like 3 weeks, something around that, and we've got 8 weeks to go, and I've been in camp already for the past 3, 4 weeks, so I'll be as fit as I can be for this one.
So sort of on that, you say you've been in camp for the past 3 weeks or so. How's training been, and have you been training differently to your previous two fights?
Um, for this one, I'm leaving no stone unturned. Do you know what I mean? I want to be the best I can be. If this is going to be what maybe my big breakthrough opportunity, I want to be the best I can be. So I've just been training as hard as I can. But Willie Limond, he knows his stuff, so he's got me on the schedule so I can peak at the right time and stuff like that. So it's been quality. Training's gone well. I'm already feeling fit 8 weeks out, and I'm just ready to get in there and go.
Yeah, so do you know who your opponent is, or have you not really had that information yet?
No, I've not got that information yet. I'm sure it's going to be a journeyman for a 4 rounder, but if I got offered an undefeated boy for Scotland or whatever, I'm taking that fight because I'm just ready to push on with my career, and I'm dying to get in for a good scrap.
100%, mate. So, what does it sort of mean to you to be on this card, because as I say, massive night, top to bottom with Scottish talent, with obviously an incredible main event. What does it sort of mean to you to be on this card, because obviously up here, there's not that many, big arena shows. What does it mean for you to be on this card?
Oh, it means everything to me. When I found out I was on the card, you know what I mean? I was absolutely ecstatic. This is the biggest night in my career. This can be the turning point in my whole life. So I'm ready to fucking get in there and do what I do best. And this just means everything. I'm making my family proud. I'm bringing their name into boxing, into big time boxing. So there was no better feeling in the world.
100%, mate. So, sort of on that, what do you think a win would mean to you, going forward in your career and sort of just for you in general? What do you think it would mean to you?
It would honestly mean everything, but I'm not just going out there looking for a winner. I want to make a statement. I want to be the best welterweight in Scotland, and whoever I get on that night, it's going to be an early night. I'm hoping to get them out there early and bring some attention to myself and my team.
100%, mate. So, obviously this fight being your third fight in your journey, three fights in just under a year now. What do you sort of want to sort of achieve in 2024, with how many fights you want to have? Do you want to maybe pick up a Scottish area title or something? How active would you say you want to be in 2024?
I would love to be as active as I possibly can. I'd love to get 5 fights in this year, but it's all just down to my manager and how medically how fit I am and if there's any injuries and stuff. But I'd love to get 5 fights in this year and then by next year push on for those Scottish titles, Celtic titles, and just work my way up. Because obviously I'm young, I'm 19. I've got no rush in this game, but I'm just dying to get into those big fights and get into making a name for myself.
100%, mate. So, sort of question I wanted to ask, is obviously we're seeing a breakthrough in Scottish boxing now with a lot of young
Yeah.
talent like yourself, coming through. We've sort of been like starved of, big nights and that. How does that sort of feel to know that, in the future you'll be the top of these big nights in Scotland?
It's incredible if I can keep my head and just keep myself grounded and work away at my craft. Then there's no doubt I can be one of the biggest names in Scotland. Just need to get there step by step. But that would be having my name in amongst of the next generation of Scottish fighters is it's incredible. I never thought that when I started my amateur career. To be where I am now, it's brilliant. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, 100%, mate. So one fight I sort of wanted to ask you about, obviously Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall, they're going back at April 27th. Hate runs deep it's been billed as. How do you see that one going? Do you think Josh gets the job done?
I think Josh Taylor gets him out there in the fifth round. It's going to be between 1 and 5. I don't think he took Catterall as seriously as he should have in that first fight. I've still seen it as a close fight. A lot of people don't, but I think the commentary was very biased towards Jack Catterall. But I just see Josh Taylor getting him out there early. I think he's going to leave no stone unturned for this one, and I'm hoping he can get the job done.
100%, mate. So, what I wanted to sort of end off on, is what would you say your end goal in the whole sport of boxing is? You're 19 right now, so you've obviously got years and years and years ahead of you. What do you see your end goal be in boxing?
Well, obviously everyone wants to be a world champion, but that's years away. My end goal is just to give it my all, and if it doesn't work out for me, I want to know that I gave it my best shot and I done everything I could to try because we've got a short life as it is, and boxing's an even shorter life. So I just want to give it my all for these next, I don't know, 10, 12 years to see where I can go. I'd love to pick up a British title and a world title, but as long as I know I done everything I could to get there, even if it doesn't happen, I'd be very happy.
Aye, 100%, mate. So, sort of lastly, have you got anything you want to promote, say for your Instagram, tickets to the fight, anything like that?
Well, you can get tickets on my Instagram, which is Tyler Simpson 01 to April 12th, Emirates Arena, Willie Limond, Joe Laws. Massive shout out to my sponsors also, who is Sports Life Work, Blue Flame Maintenance and Conley Boxing. They've helped me so far in my boxing career and they'll be helping me out for April 12th, Emirates Arena, Willie Limond versus Joe Laws, which I'll be featuring on. So they'll be helping me for this fight, so I just wanted to give them a big shout out as well.
100%, mate. Thanks so much for your time, mate. I really do appreciate it, and best of luck with your fight, and we'll definitely do it again sometime.
Of course, mate. Thanks very much.